Hello, hello, how are you today? This is JilliBling and I have one more project using trees for sale, mostly just the words. And if you happen to get the dies during celebration, you'll probably recognize the trees. Otherwise, you could use the stamps in the stamp set and cut out the trees. But here are my samples. Isn't that just classic and simple? Of course, the pink and gold. So they're all kind of similar. So I was using I pulled out my bag of glitter paper. And it's like, oh, that's pretty. Every single paper I pulled out, look how this one, the star is right on top of the tree. Yeah. But I was just using all the different glitter papers that I have, and I love each and every one of them. Oh, and look at this one. Getting a little fancy. And some of these papers are current. The silver is current. This one came from the 3-pack. It has red, evening evergreen, and then kind of a wintry white color in it. I tried putting it with silver, but it was a little bit too yellow to go with the silver. But I love how that one came out too. And using some old ribbons just because they work so well. But today's, look at this ribbon. Yeah, balmy blue, and it's kind of an ombre. And this is, what do they call it? Variegated ribbon. And this is in the upcoming catalog, mini catalog, that's effective June 5th or January 5th. So you could get this soon. Okay, and then a few Christmas greetings from days gone by, but they're my favorites. I just love them. And of course, if you happen to get the tree lot dies, I'll be using that today too. Okay, so today's project will be real similar to the sample projects. I kind of like how that one came out. Maybe I'll do a silver one like this. I don't know. Oh, in blue. Last year they had balmy blue glitter paper, so I'm focusing on balmy blue. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea. All my samples are other colors. Christmas greetings and so very merry. I'm not sure which one should be on the outside. Maybe Christmas greetings. Okay, so thick white cardstock. So did you all have a nice Thanksgiving? We were just busy, just really busy. Doing what? I don't know, but just busy. That's for the trees, the die cut. There was so much food at the Thanksgiving table. Still, lots of leftovers. Okay, so I'm thinking, like, see how this one is more portrait? Maybe I'll try another one like this. Just because there's something about that I like. Oh, and then we could do the ribbon ruching. I planned on tying this in a knot. Oh, and then the ribbon ruching, before I forget, we'll do it. Make sure after you do the ribbon ruching, or however you do it, if it's kind of fluffy. In other words, if it's not tied in a knot, follow up with glue, just because if you don't, you'll come out the next day and your ribbon will be boing everywhere. Okay, so this is looking good. And iridescent pearls. Aren't you feeling it with the blue? Ooh, yeah. So here are the little trees. I usually have my black pad. Let me get my black pad. See, now you could see good. So to attach these, and you know what, this project, it went together at first so quick. I had all these different piles, 6 piles, because I have 5 samples plus this one. I had 6 piles laying out, and I did the words in heat embossed with different metallic powders. And then I cut out the trees. All the trees were there. And that took just a little bit of time, but still, Definitely worth it. Then yesterday, I decided, okay, I'm almost done. I just have to stamp the inside and put the trees together. And the trees weren't hard. It's just it took a little bit of time. In some way, I kind of liked it. Just like I like a little bit of coloring, not a lot of coloring. But putting the trees together, it took just a little bit of time. And I'm just thinking, if I were you, would I do 100 of these? I think you might kind of go crazy. As in, this is driving me crazy. But 6 of them, that was okay. Okay, I'm going to have to move that around. So when you're cutting out your white tree, if you happen to have a small piece of paper you're using to cut it out, like this right here, and if you cut out the edge of it and it's got a flat top, like right there, it's okay, because there are so many little trees on this card. It's okay if it's got one flat side, because I'm sure you could cover it. So there's one of them. See, that wasn't so bad, especially if I was concentrating. So I'm just putting glue on the tips, at the bottom, on the tips, and then just a few spots in the middle. Then lining it up with the top right there, and getting the bottom in line. Okay, so I have a quick one tree story. So, you know how boys, I don't know if your boys in your world, they like machinery and equipment. I guess that's why my son works for Caterpillar. So, it's like Tony, both of them, they're always wanting to get equipment and have equipment and be doing stuff, which is great. So Tony got a skidster. I should know these words. And it was here for 2 days. It's now going to Evan's house. And they were clearing out all kinds of stuff, like stuff beyond the fence. Like, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to clean it? It's beyond the fence. And I admit, it does look good now. And they're climbing up in trees and chopping down this part of, like, oh, the top of it is dead. Let's chop that part down. Anyhow, a full day's work. And Evan was doing the climbing. We got a call this morning. So, when you bring in the skidster out, and this is from Michaela. And we're like, well, Tony says, well, I'll be there. I'll leave here at 8. And he's like, why? What's up? Evan has poison oak all over his face, and his face is swollen. He needs to go and get a steroid shot, or he needs help. Keep in mind, this is a boy. My boys don't like to go to the doctor. So, not good. But you know what? When he came in, I said, here's tech new stuff. Read the directions on the back, how long you have to sit. Because that stuff, did you know if you have poison oak or poison ivy or skunk, it stays on your skin because the oils do not dissolve in soap, regular soap, no matter how hot you have it. I didn't know that. So I said, here's Tech New, and it's on Amazon. I said, make sure to read how long you have to let it sit. So he was putting it all over him. And I gave it to Tony. I said, okay, your shower time. Here, use Tech New. He goes, I had gloves on. It's no problem. And so far, Tony has no problem. Evan, on the other hand. Yep. But he's always been prone to getting real allergic to it. So I think he's on his way to urgent care. Is it urgent? Yes. I think he's still breathing and he's probably miserable. But it's not life-threatening, but it certainly isn't good. I'm happy he's going in, though. What did I say? Christmas greetings. And I'll put it right in the middle. So we're doing it. Portrait. Portrait. Silver powder. You know what's funny? Is this lid, it has like a metallic hue to it because of the silver powder. For some reason, I just love that. Just because I love the powder so much. It's unlike any other. Okay, since I'm on a roll, inside paper. Okay, I'm working in no inches of space, not 6 inches, no inches of space. How's that happen? And this one can be so very merry. Right there. That's all the stamping. It's almost like I'm cheating because I'm not stamping much. I didn't use my embossing buddy either. Well, it's a little crooked. I'll straighten it out. Okay. Actually, that doesn't look so crooked. This one might be a little crooked. Not bad, though. Okay, let's get to building. Building the card. I would like to get this one in the mail. Rather than the store-bought box flat card that was mass-produced. This is better. Okay, that's good. This goes on to here. That just goes on flat. Okay, so the fun part is putting these cute little trees on. Oh, and the ribbon on. The ribbon, I love that ribbon. So this goes right in the middle. Okay, and then this, I'll trim it. So right about here. Oh, I don't have the word centered. I'm looking at this against the edge, that against the edge. Okay. Then cut the flag right in the middle. Oop, did it bigger than I did the flag. That's okay. Cute. Do y'all change your cans for the holiday? Next one is Valentine's Day. Okay, so this will go on with dimensionals. I wonder, maybe up here. Oh, that's pretty. I kind of like it how this one, they're sitting on the banner, but I think this is going to be a good change. Okay, I hope this is going to be a good change. Dimensionals. Okay, and I'm making sure little designer paper. Ooh, scooch it over. And a little designer paper. Okay, oh, I can't wait to put these on. Oh, so many things to do. Okay, ribbon ruching. Ribbon ruching, we used to do it like 10 years ago, all the time, on everything. Everything could use ribbon ruching. Then it kind of went out, but I kind of like it. I don't know if everyone else is doing it, but I've been doing it lately. Little angled, okay. Ribbon scissors. If you don't have ribbon scissors, just get a pair of nice scissors from your craft store. Fabric scissors, they're delightful. So to do ribbon ruching, do a swoosh of nice, good, strong adhesive. And I probably should have done just one strip. I'm going to start it out pretty. Then I'm going to buckle it up, kind of turn it a little bit, and turn it a little bit. And you could have like, oh, I see some of the adhesive through there. You could have a mile of adhesive on here, or a mile of ribbon on here. It just depends on how fluffy you make your ribbon ruching. And every time I do this, somebody's like, I can't do that. But if you don't like it, you could just pull it right on up and try again. But keep in mind, my trees are going to be covering part of this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But at the end, I want it to be somewhat flat. Okay, that's good. So you know how I was talking about following it up with glue, liquid glue? Because, isn't that pretty? Because you would say, oh, that's down, that's really down. But it's just mysterious how all of a sudden it will pop up. So I'm just putting little touches of glue that hit the paper and the ribbon just to kind of lock it down in place. The adhesive, that'll hold it for a while. Plenty of time for the glue to dry. And then if it tries to do any of that jumping up, nope, the glue is going to keep it right in place. And if you're not in the mood to do glue, just give it a try. And if it stays in place, that's great. But my luck, things just don't always behave. I have to do these extra steps. I love this ribbon though, so I'm hoping that's enough. I don't want it to be seen though. It's just hiding as I keep putting more and more on. Okay, that should be good. Oh, you could kind of see it, but it'll dry clear. Okay, so for the front, I have 9 trees here in 3 different sizes. So, oh, this one has the flat top. That one kind of has a flat top too. So I'll do an inside one, at least one of each of them for the inside. This is kind of short. Maybe I'll do an extra tall one on the inside. So that means 4 and 5. I'm going to make it work. Okay, so to put the trees on, and I really don't know what my little layout, this layout looks good. I'm going to use, at this point, just one dimensional, and then I'll supplement it. That looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love the blue. Okay, I always like blue, but this looks like how it feels outside right now. Super frosty cold. I guess I could put some of these on with glue. Those are inside ones. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, right over the top. Or is that taken away from the ribbon? The ribbon kind of looks like a snowbank, huh? Okay, looks good. So now I need more. I should have one of them flat. This one could be flat. Oh, pulled some of the designer paper metallic off. You could go right on here. I'm thinking having it flat will give it a little more dimension. Like that tree's in the back. It's way back there. It's a huge tree. Oh, you notice that you don't notice? The flat tops are all hidden. Okay, so I'm going to kind of lock these down. Because I don't want any of them moving. It's just so pretty. This one, it's like, that's really tall. That one could go on with half glue and half dimensional. Okay. So the dimensional, a little one, right here at the bottom. Then the rest of it could be liquid glue. Okay, 2 dimensionals. Oh, they're friends. They just want to stick together. The glue is like, I'm not sticking to glitter. Glitter's too pretty. Okay, now there's lots of glue. Here, I could think about it. Think about hanging out with that one. This one, it needs a little more stick. Okay, there, stick. And then, oh, the pearls. Iridescent pearls. I love them. So I'm going to put 3 pearls on. I'll do a big one and 2 little ones. Okay, so these are for the inside. I think that's stuck. You know, I'm not sure, so that won't hold it. Yeah, it decided to stick. Okay, so in here, I have 4 of them. So I'm going to have a grouping of 3. Maybe this one, the Grand Noble one. No, I have 2 of this medium size. Okay. Kind of becomes a blur of beautifulness, but that's okay. I'm going to put it over the edge a little so you could see the die cut outline. So I'm thinking if you were going to make this as your Christmas card for this year, which you probably want to get in the mail in a few weeks, you could do all of the heat embossing. See, it's just not sticking. Maybe it's this. No, that's regular white paper. You could do all the heat embossing, put the card base together, cut out all of your little trees. Then, when you watch TV in the evening, take it with you. And you could poke out all the little things. Putting them together takes a little bit of time too. Okay, now this one wants to wait. More weight. More weight. More. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so that's it for today's project. I'll show you this one. I'll put the weight on it before I take the picture. I'll take the weight off. Isn't that pretty? Kind of simple, but just very pretty. I think it's the ribbon. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great weekend.